Hello, welcome back to Animal Audit Corner. Guess what? I'm back in my house. And, well, it is the second day of the new year. And I'm not in that sub shop or that coffee house. So I think I'm good now. So I am pretty much, this is a new year for you. If one of you are out of Scientology and get an aid from the Aftermath Foundation, you're halfway there to get an apartment or a job. Are okay now, since either the Aftermath Foundation or the SPTV Foundation is giving you aid right now, and it's putting a roof over your head, your transportation with that cool new car of yours, and getting new clothes off your back if you left the other stuff behind without being accompanied by the LAPD or Clearwater Police or any other, or in America or out of the United States. Yeah, it's a big move you made, or you might have planned to exit like that. But either way, you're halfway there. So, but those of you who are lucky and didn't have family in Scientology, good, because guess what? They welcome you back with welcome. Those of you who didn't, then you got the Aftermath Foundation that Claire and Mark has for you. So there it is. The SPTV Foundation, they won't judge. That's fine. You can stay on as long as you like without that cutoff date. Things will go well for you in this new year. So don't even look back at all the abuses you've endured or any of the flack that your friends or maybe your family members have been giving you. So you don't need that. You got your new life ahead of you. Or you're going to be okay. And you'll go back to budgeting when it's paying your bills, or new time budgeting, whether it's paying your bills or buying a toiletry and your new clothes and going food shopping, which is the basic sources you need to be on your foot again. And of course, this is what a high school student would feel like. But in your case, it's the cult. Sometimes you were born in it, and sometimes you weren't and got into it later. And it is a tough thing that you dealt with in the past, but It's a whole new life now since you're out. Yeah, I know that this is a new day and a new year for you. And and my table full of arts and crafts is at that table over there behind this Chromebook. Now, let's see. Tomorrow, I'll bring it to you first thing tomorrow. And then later on the same day, I will be in the kitchen with you. Your new life started, and it's a whole new picture and a whole new outlook for you without people yelling at you or beating you up. Write this down. I actually came up with it on my own. Okay. So, you have trauma or mental illness issues to deal with. And that's where mental health care comes in. And it's at the link below you. And of course, I'm not leaving any of you out. If you have mental health issues, you too go to the link down below. But as you know, people who got out of a cult or a bad abusive relationship, which is the same as a cult, because when you come out of the cult, it's like coming out of an abusive relationship. They put some of the pieces back together again with you, or maybe they weren't able to. And that's where your diagnosis comes in. Sometimes you had mental illness from the start before your trauma, or you didn't, and it's just trauma. They'll be diagnosing it with you. Is it a cure if you have mental illness from the start? No. It's just treatment. Trauma, maybe. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. So that's where the link below comes in. I highly recommend, yeah, you know it. And that's where the national, international, I forgot what it stands for. But if you go down to the link below, where you should go, what state you're in, and where you should go for your mental health, or give you the number to call. You call them directly, they'll give you a name to a mental health professional in the state you're in. And they will get the help that you need. If you're looking for primary care, also go down to the link below. But if you have ailments that you received while you were in Scientology with the line of abuses they gave you, they'll give you a primary care doctor and see what your situation is. They'll diagnose whatever ailments you have. But if you went through the purification rundown, they'll check on that too, whether or not you have cancer from the high doses of niacin they gave you. They'll check on that too. Now, if you're in the Chicago area, Elise is a nurse. She helps cancer patients all the time. If you're lucky to run into her, that's great. So Just mention that you heard about her through me, Nisa, because I'm going to protect her privacy and I want her safe. So I'm not giving you her name or which Chicago hospital she's in. No. That's only if you're in the Chicago area and you happen to run into her. Great. But I'm not giving anyone her name. This is for her protection. Plus, I don't think she wants anyone to know where she's at. And I don't blame her. I don't want that for her either. So, this is if you happen to be in the same hospital as she is. So, you're all situated in your apartment with your new landlord, your neighbors, whether it's a 2-family house or a building, neighbors, whether it's outside next door or in the building where other people live, whether it's 24 floors or 2 floors, or maybe you got a single house that you made a bargain for renting. Now, it's going to have to depend where you're living in the United States or out of the United States and other countries. But it's going to depend on where your living situation is going to be. It's going to be, and it's going to be okay because you got your new life out of the cult. And you do not need them anymore. Hopefully, just continue on with the rest of your life with a healthy new outlook instead of the old you getting all the abuses. And I'm not saying this to be rough on you. You're not a perpetrator anymore. When you were in, you were the victim and the perpetrator. And Reese says, well, according to Reese, she would point out all of us were crabby. This is according to her. But guess what? She's still a great person. And maybe you are already a good person, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's a whole new outlook for you. And no matter what personality you have, whether you're trying to be nice or you're already there, it's just that one person wanted you to be like them. And you know who I'm mentioning. One of them, yes, David Miscavige. He actually wants somebody to be like him. No, because guess what? We're not all going to be the same. That's his delusion. He's delusional. He would think that. But no, you are a different person. You can make it right. And sometimes you already made it right for yourself. In the new year that we're in, 2026. It's this whole new ball game. Now, soon as you get out of the cult, everything's going to be okay. And you got to think, I'll never go back to that life again. The Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation will help you root out your problems. Whether you were in Scientology or you were in another cult, things will be okay for you. Okay. Now, we're 20 minutes in. So, where was my train of thought? I'm sorry, I got distracted momentarily. So, whether you were in Scientology, that's where I was, or in another cult, you were just coming out of the other cult. And I really don't know if the Aftermath Foundation or the SPTV Foundation will help that person out of the cult. But just in case, there are other programs out there. And just in case they won't take you, they'll give you another name of a foundation that could help you. Now, it doesn't have to be religious, because I know the cult you were in was claiming to be in a religion. It's not a religion, and you knew that when you came out. Great. But just in case you don't want to go through that again, they'll give you a name of a non-religious place. If you do, they'll give it to you. And yeah, no one will set judgment off of you if you choose to actually go with an objective foundation and an objective party in another foundation. No one will pass judgment off of you. And because the Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation are not intentionally out to actually judge you like other place of worships. Now, other place of worships may feel they don't judge you, but unconsciously, yes, they will, without meaning to. That's usually not what they're set out to do. And yeah, it is. They said they don't judge, but unconsciously they do. Everyone judges another person. They're not immune to that. We are not immune to that. But everything is going to be on the right path for you to actually keep that freedom of yours without returning to any of the cults out there in the world, especially Scientology. And whether you're in a house or an apartment complex, a two-family house or an apartment complex, they'll probably give you an apartment complex with all those floors, or a small apartment. I think that's where they'll probably set you up in. 4 minutes in. It's the greatest gift that another person has. Now, let me think. What else should I contribute? And in this year, the brand new year in 2026 that you got, it's a new thing for you. And all in all, you know your life is going to go better than you were in a cult or Scientology or any other cult, in any cult besides Scientology. You just have this whole new freedom. Your family's there for you, or if they're not, either the Aftermath Foundation and their support group is behind you, or the SPTV Foundation is there for you too. And then finally, you are just on your way to staying out of that cult because you knew it wasn't a good situation when you were in the cult. And then at the end, being abused, just like being in an abusive relationship. Only difference is you were in a cult, especially when it's Scientology. Everything is going to be A-okay now. Then you would think that now you're definitely going to be untouchable when it comes to Scientology. And there's no way you think, oh, I'll never go back. Then in conclusion, your new world is going to give you a whole new outlook outside of that infamous blue building on L. Ron Hubbard Way, or the Fort Harrison Hotel in Clearwater. Or maybe you live at the Gold Base and you're out completely and think, you know what? Never again I'll ever go back. Because you knew you left behind that old part of you that you never want to have. Well, guess what? Of this live. So I'll see you tomorrow with my crafts corner. Now I'm going to change everything around a little bit. So hit the like, press subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.